Hey, what's up, everyone? So we have a re-upload of Zakko by Hiiragi Magnetite, Hiiragi Magnetite, and this one actually features Kayuki. I guess you could say the character, but prior, back in February, it actually featured uh, Kayuki's Vocaloid um, for the vocals, but it has since been changed due to a major controversy. So let me give you some context. So the music video for Zakko by Vocaloid producer Hiiragi Magnetite premiered on March 10th, today. So the song is a remake of the original song that was released on February 9th and made private on the same day. At the time, Zakko was criticized for including inappropriate content and was taken down on the same day. The edited version of Zakko was produced by Cast, formerly Channel. Following the original version, the singer of Zakko was changed from the problematic Kai Yuki to Akita Neru. The chorus was also changed from Otomachi Una to Kasane Teto. So why the controversy? Well, the original Zakko is a Vocaloid song released by, as mentioned, Hiiragi Magnetite, and on February back on February 9th. And before, the original song was sung by Kayuki, a Vocaloid developed by well, it was based on a voice of an elementary school student at the time. Kayuki is a Vocaloid released by Ash Company Limited on December 4th, 2009, and it was originally labeled as a Vocaloid elementary school student. Her voice was characterized to be innocent yet slightly husky in quality, and there were those who felt it was um, inappropriate for a Vocaloid of a elementary school student uh, being the voice for a song that had lyrics that are more for the grown-ups, right? Although there is no direct sexual expression, the lyrics can be interpreted as being somewhat erotic and provocative. So they give you some concept that in recent years, underage girls who behave in such a provocative manner have been called misugaki. In fact, let me see if I could get a better. Misugaki means girls who are small, young, provocative, suggestive, sexual, and brash towards adults and their superiors. And it's kind of interesting because, uh, in Japan, there have been works based on this, and the theme has become popular. And the lyrics of Zakko contains phrases that are stereotypically used for such works. Um, After the original Zakko MV was released, Hiiragi Magnetite posted on X that the lyrics and depictions in the MV was, you know, he received various opinions about it and received a lot of criticism, and that they contained inappropriate content. So after discussing the matter based on everyone's opinions and also some self-reflection, he decided that he would make the video private, and then a month later he would re-upload it as a Zakko re-upload version. What exactly about it was deemed inappropriate? So again, the for the character, I guess for the Vocaloid of Kai Yuki, the guidelines say that use that violates public order and morals, including obscene, sexual, and blasphemous definitions under applicable Japanese law, is prohibited. So, for these reasons, overseas listeners have raised concerns about the inappropriateness of Kai Yuki's Vocaloids being used for the song. And there are some that were saying that isn't it child pornography to have Kai Yuki, who is developed based on the voice of an elementary school kid, behave in a provocative manner? And isn't this a violation of the guidelines? And in response to these criticisms, the remake of Zakko did not use Kayuki Vocaloid, but instead was changed to Akita Neru. The lyrics were left unchanged, but the Vocaloid that was used prior is no longer the same. It was changed. But the debate about the song, whether it has been changed or not, I think people still debate this today on social media, especially on Reddit. I know that there are people who feel that, um, it's due to the difference in cultures. Of course, it's I guess it's subjective into how people react. I mean, we're seeing this in today with a lot of songs and the way people behave to certain things, and especially between the cultures. And sometimes people from Asia, they'll see people from other countries, especially America, complaining, and they say, wait a minute, why are they so upset? Because here people are not upset. But I think right now, I think with the popularity of uh, music going global, maybe through YouTube, social media, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. It's just that music has become global, and sales have become global, and you kind of have to change your tactic of how to approach a global community. There has to be global awareness, and we are seeing that even with anime and even with video games. There have been a lot of changes to. Um, Again, there are people who are not so happy or thrilled about this, and there are people who are saying, it's about time. I guess if anything, it's just people say it's subjective, and I leave it up to you. What do you think about it? Personally, I think what Hiiragi Magnetite did is that, for the sake of his career, I can tell you right now, I've been reading the the vitriol that has been going on for the past few weeks on the forums about this, and there were people really, really upset, denouncing Hiiragi Magnetite, and even not even want to listen to Tetris anymore. Um, Despite the song being so popular, all over the world. But the thing is that, people really, really uh, were really upset about it, and uh, rightfully so. But at the same time, should was it right for him to change the Vocaloid, or is it something that that he just he shouldn't feel pressured to do so, or did he do the right thing? Again, personally, I feel that money speaks, right? Money talks, and I believe as an artist, you have to appease your audience, and with the popularity that uh, Hiiragi Magnetite has been receiving with Tetris, and you know, especially if with the music and your livelihood involved and everything like that, uh, you just can't afford these days to f everything up. So I think if anything in that aspect, doing it is the right thing. But at the same time, I know there are people who are just saying, "Hey, two different cultures, you know, people shouldn't bow down to what how the West thinks," and you see that a lot. You see that a lot. So, um, but anyway, let's go ahead and check out Zakko, the latest version featuring the Vocaloid of Akita Neru. And by the way, because there are so many versions out there on YouTube, just remember the if you see one with a girl with dark hair, that is Kayuki. If you see the version with blonde hair, that is Akita Neru. So here is the Akita Neru, the new version of Zakko. Here we go. Hold on here. Okay.
「
Oh man. Okay. Let me give you my thoughts right now. There are similarities. There are similarities to the two versions. But by the way, she says Zakko many times, she's saying noob pretty much. And just pretty much when you see the black bars showing up, that's when she is saying something a little profane. Like you're like bottomless trash piece of you know what. And of course she says hentai. But the thing is that there was it's a different vibe, especially how they included Miku and Kasane Teto dancing with her at towards the end. That was pretty cool. Nice touch. The previous version had almost like an homage to Yokopi. This one doesn't. So there are some differences, but for the most part, this is actually a very good version. Both of them are very good in their own ways in terms of music wise. If you didn't know who Kayuki was, but again, because of the subject matter and what was discussed, I can understand the move to utilizing Akita Neru. And for the most part, the song is still a banger. I still enjoyed it a lot. It's fun. It's kind of the Japanese side of things is pretty wild and crazy, but at the same time, that's I guess you could say Mizugaki, Mizugaki style, right? But other than that, yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and it's definitely a banger. I'm definitely gonna buy this one, the single. So again, you could probably find the older version online. Again, this version is with with Akita Neru with the blonde hair, and the ones you probably see online was with the darker hair, with Kayuki. But other than that, both are good, very good songs in terms when you listen to them. It's just again for those who are fully invested in Vocaloid and know the difference and know more about the lore or the more about the history of the character of Kayuki. You can see why they are upset about the use of that Vocaloid. But now I think for a lot of people, wrongs have been right, and Hiiragi Magnetite has done a good job of putting it out and redoing it. So overall, yeah, thumbs up. I'm digging it. So I dig this new version. So you all take care, and I will see you later. Wink, wink, and